ones facing our fears, laughing through the chaos and drinking some beers. So here's to the laughs, the crumbs and the cheers, all the awkward moments, and we're still here. Cause in the end we're just doing our thing. It's our crazy life, oh, one more thing. Oh, one more thing. Oh!
Hey there, I'm Brian. Welcome to Oh, and One More Thing.
Hey, everybody, I'm Rob, and you stumbled across the greatest podcast ever.
The greatest.
The greatest.
I don't know, but we're trying.
Yeah, well, hey, thanks for joining us anyway. Happy you're here.
Super.
Yeah. What's going on with you?
Not a lot.
Yeah? I had a busy week.
Yeah, you were traveling, working hard.
All over the place. I'm a world traveler now.
You are.
Well, okay, no.
Well, not world.
Not world, but I feel like it. Because I was in Chicago a couple weeks ago for work.
Yep.
And now this last week I was in San Antonio for work.
Was it nice and warm?
It was 80 degrees and sunny and beautiful.
Oh, so nice.
So nice. I've never been to San Antonio or Texas for that matter.
You hadn't been to either?
No.
Okay, sorry. I've been to both. But but it's warm down there.
It was. And it was very cool. We stayed downtown and hung out at the Riverwalk and did that whole thing.
Yeah.
And
Isn't that nice, the Riverwalk?
That is awesome. Like, I thought, what are we going to do for 3 days down there? We had a blast.
Yeah. There's so many nice restaurants and things. And just the Riverwalk is truly what it is. It's a nice leisurely walk along this little river.
Yeah. And the best part is it's open bottle.
Yeah.
There's this bars and there's actually our favorite place. There's a bar under a bridge.
Oh yeah. I think I remember that one.
It's just a bar. Yep. That's all it is. It's just no walls, no nothing. Just a bar top.
Just a bar.
And a bar.
Just stop in, get a drink.
They sell walking tacos, which are phenomenal, and a bunch of drinks, and just keep on.
And did you take the river boat?
We did.
Tour?
We did that at night, and it was gorgeous.
Yep.
It's fun to see all the little pretty lights, and we had a really funny captain.
They're great.
They were great. Yeah, it was really fun. We had a good time.
Did you get the history of how the downtown flooded, and that's why they walled it off and made a little river out of it?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of history, though, we also went to the Alamo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, now, I liked the Alamo. I don't know about you.
I was extremely disappointed in the Alamo.
Why?
Here is my problem. I have lots of problems. Here's my problem with the Alamo.
Okay. One of the many problems.
One of the many problems. Number one, I was very surprised on how small it is.
Yeah.
You walk out of
it is surprising.
It's surprising. Like walk out of a CVS, turn left. There's the Alamo in the middle of downtown.
Yeah, right. It's basically at the end of the river.
Yeah,
there's the Alamo.
Yeah, it's really weird. And not knowing really much about it or anything, we go to the visitor center and we pay our $14 to get into the Alamo.
Right.
We were in there 5 minutes. It's that small. There's just not a lot in there. No, I get it.
You should have gotten the audio tour.
I know there's audio tour and there's a whole bunch of signs explaining the history.
And you got like a little bit of history, you know, and my wife and I, we did, and we actually enjoyed it. It was very interesting.
It wasn't bad. Here's probably the biggest reason why I was disappointed.
Why, Rob? Tell me.
You've seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure, right?
Yes, one of my faves.
That's why I was disappointed.
Why?
Where's the bike? Where's the basements?
Right.
What is going on?
It's not
Nothing
that.
was there.
It is not that. I was surprised how close in town it is. It's in the city.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, okay, we'll have to drive out to the Alamo to see it, but that's not the case.
No, it's like right there.
Right there.
Like they built the town around the Alamo.
Well, okay, probably not, but yes.
Yeah. We did see they did a reenactment with little gunshots with the muskets and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right in the middle of downtown. That wouldn't fly in a lot of other states.
Well, no, come on. It's Texas.
It's Texas. So I got to see a real live gunshot in Texas. So vacation succeed.
There you go.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's cool.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Tipping. Has it gotten out of control or what?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh my gosh, crazy, right?
That's all we did is eat out at restaurants down there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, do you ever just sit there staring at the tip screen and then suddenly questioning every life choice you've ever made?
All the time.
Right. I mean, in San Antonio, I don't know if it's San Antonio thing or if I don't eat out a lot anymore, but like the three options they give you on the little tablet were 20%, 22%, and 25%.
So what happened to the 15?
What happened to the 15 to the 18? And what happened?
Right.
I mean, my wife and I went to a restaurant that was so fancy that the tipping screen didn't even have percentages anymore.
What did it have?
Well, it just had 3 buttons. It said, number 1, help put my kid through college. 2, help me buy a house in this economy. 3, pay off my student loan debt.
Oh, no.
I mean, I accidentally hit the 3rd one, and the waiter just handed me a paper to co-sign his student loan debt.
Okay, well, that's not true.
No, but that's what it felt like.
Pretty funny, right?
Right? My God.
It's like every time. It's like I just wanted a coffee, not a moral dilemma.
Right, exactly. I mean, tipping is supposed to be simple, but somehow it turns into this awkward social test.
Yeah, a test where everyone's watching and you're not even sure what the right answer is. Feels like high school all over again.
Right. Yeah, and the credit card fees. You know, those have always been there, right?
Yeah, they have always been there.
Right, that little 3% if you use a credit card thing. Like,
Yeah, but we never saw them.
no, because the business always ate that.
Right.
That's part of their pricing, their fee. That's for running a business.
So what is it about today's world? Obviously, everything costs so much that now you have to push all that on the consumer.
Right. And I think it started during COVID when like restaurants were really trying to struggle and like, oh, if you pay the
Do you
credit
think
card
it's just
fees.
COVID or was it I don't want to get into politics, but the administration?
I don't know. Either way, it's a crock. I mean, I'm sorry.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I run a business and my prices are reflective of all the costs of running a business, and that includes the credit card fees.
Right.
I mean, I would prefer.
So you put those in. You don't make
Yes.
the customer pay them.
Yes, I mean, honestly, I'd prefer people pay with the credit card anyway. It's immediate, it's faster, it's secure. Whereas they pay by check or they pay after the service is done, then you sometimes have to chase people to pay you.
You run into a few more problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably, yeah.
Exactly. So to me, that fee is worth me covering to take care of my customers.
Yeah.
So anyway, done with my tangent on that. But today we're going to talk about why tipping makes so many people anxious.
And how something so small ended up carrying so much social pressure.
Right.
So that's what today's episode is all about. Tipping. Guilt is the new currency.
Yeah, tipping. So while often framed as a simple act of gratitude, can be a surprisingly strong source of social anxiety.
Yeah, it is.
In many cultures, like here, where tipping is expected rather than optional, it places individuals in a situation where they must make a public judgment about another person's work. This judgment is tied not only to money, but also to social approval, fairness, and fear of being seen as rude or cheap. And nobody wants to be rude or cheap, right? As a result, what should be a small transaction can easily become emotionally stressful.
One major source of anxiety is uncertainty. People often worry about how much they're supposed to, quote unquote, supposed to tip, especially when expectations are unclear or they vary by situation. Questions like whether to tip 15%, 20%, or in your case, 22, 25%.
Right.
Whether tax should be included or not, or whether tipping is expected at all can create unwanted social pressure. This uncertainty is intensified in social settings, of course, where individuals may fear being judged by the server, friends, or even strangers for tipping too little or consequently too much.
Right? You know, another factor contributing to tipping anxiety is the power dynamic involved. Customers may feel responsible for a worker's income, particularly in jobs where wages rely heavily on tips, like servers. This can create guilt and emotional burden, making people feel that a single decision reflects their morality or generosity rather than just their satisfaction with the particular service. For individuals who already experience social anxieties, this pressure can be overwhelming and may even lead them to avoid certain services altogether.
So that leads me into some questions. It's
Yeah.
like, why do you have to rely on tips? I mean, why can't the establishments pay their employees a fair wage?
Right.
You know, then that's back to the day when tipping was really meant to be, oh, you did a really good job here.
Right.
Thank you.
So this is just my personal opinion, not a political opinion or whatever. I think it all goes back to a few years ago when we started the $15 minimum wage thing.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's the right thing to do for people, for workers, to raise the minimum wage, get it up higher. But big picture is, as a business, who's going to pay for that?
I get the point.
customer.
I understand. Yeah, the customer's
Yeah.
going to pay for it because everything will cost more.
Right.
But I don't know where the balance is.
Right. I don't either. I mean, do you remember when a Happy Meal or whatever used to cost like $4 at McDonald's?
I don't because I never go to
Okay, well,
McDonald's.
just work with me. Now you can't get out of there for less than $10 a meal.
Ugh.
And people complaining that, the prices are too high. So now they came back and
It's not good food.
No, but oh my God, get off the McDonald's. But whatever, pick something else. Chipotle, Wendy's, I don't care. Taco Bell, pick something else. You know what I'm saying, though, right?
I do.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you. So now we're going back to this whole value menu concept because food's getting too expensive. Well, we forced their hand by having to raise all the wages, which is the right thing to do. I'm not criticizing that, but it has to be paid for somehow.
Right.
It doesn't come out of thin air.
Okay, so let's get back to this content.
Okay.
The social nature of tipping, often done in public or face-to-face, adds to that stress that we're just talking about. Handing over money while being watched or signing a receipt with a suggested tip displayed can feel like a performance where there is a right answer everyone expects.
Yep.
Because of this, tipping becomes less about appreciation and more about meeting social expectations.
Yep.
Understanding tipping as a social construct norm rather than a personal test of character may help reduce the anxiety it causes. But the discomfort many people feel shows how deeply social pressures influence everyday actions.
Yeah. And I'll be completely honest with you. This is probably one of the biggest reasons why we don't eat out as much as we used to.
Really?
You don't know how to answer that.
No, I don't know how
respond
to
that,
answer that.
Right?
I
I truly do.
I don't think it's the tipping that stops me from going
It
out.
doesn't stop me from going out, but I'm a little more conscious about as often as we used to go out. We don't go out as much anymore.
Well, I know that might just change with age and personalities, but I was always a 20% tipper.
Right, me too.
Across
the board.
20%.
Across the board.
Across the board.
Yep.
But there are situations, where if you just have a terrible server and,
Right.
you got to step back and are they just having a bad day?
Yeah.
But if they're just really not very good at what they're doing and or intentionally ignore you,
Yes.
I will dump that tip down smaller.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I think part of the social awkwardness that you feel now too is, I think my San Antonio example is a great example where now the middle button is the 22%.
Right.
And by default, I mean, for years, I just kind of trained myself. It's always been 20. So I just hit the middle button. Well, first couple of places we went to, I'm hitting the 22%. And I'm like, well, hang on. Why am I doing that now?
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, because
out of
right. I don't want to be the cheap end, but I don't want to
Yeah.
be the expensive guy. So I always go the middle. Well, now they've raised the middle.
sure.
That was awkward. So
And if you choose the custom tip and type in 15% or whatever the
Yeah.
amount is,
Yeah.
someone's watching you.
right.
And then, it's just whatever. You
Yeah.
got to take that.
Yeah, it's weird.
But I think that one of the worst things is I think the feeling of entitlement
Yeah.
that you should tip me because here, I turned this tablet around for you.
Right.
Or I got you that beer and I opened the can.
Right.
Regardless if you went and had whatever.
Yeah.
But the entitlement of feeling that they believe they should get a tip for that.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything to help me.
Right. So how do you feel about places where they're asking for a tip where they really don't do anything for you?
They don't do anything. And so I struggle. I struggle with that. And sometimes I'll choose or make a smaller tip
Right.
just because I feel that social pressure to tip. Mm-hmm. And same with like coffee this morning.
Yeah.
It's like I paid in cash and I always dump whatever change I have in the jar because
Right.
that's my tip. And my coffee is only, under $4.
Yeah.
So I might tip 50, 60 cents, which is,
Right.
actually quite a bit on $4.
Right.
But I always do that. Well, oddly enough, today I did not. I put the money back in my pocket.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, you're kind of a jerk for doing that.
Right.
But I do it every single time I have the coffee. So I figure like it could evens itself out.
Yeah. But in your case too, you're literally just getting a drip coffee.
Yeah.
Like they bring your cup over there and they pour the little thing. They don't have to make anything. They don't
It's
have
my
to,
cup. They walk to their side, they
Right.
pour it, and they give it back to me.
right. They're making an espresso or cappuccino or Americano. I get an Americano. It takes a little bit longer to make.
Right.
You're literally just getting a drip coffee.
Right.
So, I mean, you're right. So as far as service goes, yes, they went over and grabbed your coffee for you and gave it to you, but was there really service involved? Did they really prepare anything for you?
If you put it on the other side of the counter, I would have got my own coffee.
Right, exactly. Right? Yeah. Yeah. And I think another thing too is, do you pay the tip on the total bill or do you do it before the sales tax?
So that's a tough one because if we're at a restaurant, I will look at what the subtotal is and I'll pay my tip on the subtotal because I'm not tipping on tax.
Okay.
And that's a big deal.
Yeah. Have you ever ran the math on when they give you the little tablet and the percentages are on there? Is that percentage?
It's on the tax. I figured it out once.
It is on the tax, isn't it?
Tax too.
It's on the
It's on
total.
the
They take the
total.
total bill.
Yep. And if that includes any service charges, then you're tipping on the service charges as well.
So
So that stuff drives me nuts.
So they're adding sales tax, which depending where you're at, like if you're in the city of Minneapolis, it's about 10%.
Yep.
And then they're adding the credit card fee of the 13%.
Yep.
Or sorry, 3% to make it 13%.
Sure.
So now they've added 13% to your total every bill. Now you're adding
And
the
then now
additional,
you're tipping on that as
the
well.
middle button, which is 22%.
Yeah.
So you're well over a third of the bill at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's insane. Hey, Brian, I was just outside trying to enjoy the yard and the mosquitoes are driving me nuts.
Oh, you got to call Spring Green for that, Rob.
Spring Green? I thought they just did my fertilizer and weed control.
Oh, they do that, and our lawn looks amazing because of it. But their mosquito control is a game changer. We can actually use our patio. You know how bad the state bird gets in Minnesota.
I'm pretty sure that's the loon, but point taken. So they do lawns and mosquitoes?
And total home pest control. My house is completely mouse-free. They even do liquid aerations and lawn insect control.
Wow, I'm only using them for half of what I could be.
You should fix that. Go to spring-green.com and get a personalized quote today.
That's spring-green.com.
And tell them Owen One More Thing sent you.
Okay, so as we were saying, and building on this anxiety, tipping itself has grown more complicated over time. What was once a voluntary reward for genuinely good service has increasingly become an expected contribution, even for standard or minimal effort. This shift, often called tip creep, is fueled by digital payment systems, stupid little tablets, that automatically prompt customers to tip for small or routine tasks such as ordering coffee or picking up takeout.
Yeah, and of course, technology plays a major role in this change. Touchscreens and point-of-sale systems now ask for gratuity in places where tipping was not traditionally expected, extending social pressure beyond sit-down restaurants.
It's everywhere.
In some cases, customers are even asked to tip before receiving service. Oh, that
How
drives
does
me
that
nuts.
work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which blurs the lines between tipping and as a reward and tipping as an obligation. When appreciation is requested in advance, it feels less like gratitude and more like a mandatory fee.
Right. I always approach tipping as a service, like exceptional service, and not that.
To me, it's gratitude. It's like you did a really good job, and I'll reward you for that. You know, and I think if you're in the service industry,
Right.
you know, you want. I think you should be in that job because you want to give good service and you like people and you want to do that.
Right.
Now, I don't think everyone is in that job for those reasons, but I mean, you should be able to tip based on the experience you receive.
Right. And our daughters have worked in service before, and you can make pretty good tips if you give great service and you're good at your job. You can make really, really good money.
You can.
Yeah.
And you should be able to.
Right. And to me, where the expectations have all flipped around, where 10 to 15% was once common, and 20% or 22% or 25% is now more from the default.
Right.
Regardless of the level of service, I mean, at the same time, inflation has made everyday purchases more expensive. So repeated tipping requests, repeated tipping can make people feel financially burdensome. And as a result, some consumers respond by tipping less for services like takeout or delivery, while others tip out of discomfort rather than satisfaction.
Oh, that makes me think about I had a tipping experience on a delivery.
Okay.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is quite a while back, and we don't ever order delivery food. We did. We ordered Domino's.
Okay.
We don't normally do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the feeling of me personally, I'll go get it because I don't need someone to drive it and pay the extra fees. I don't need it. But in this situation, we had it delivered, and I can't explain why. I had no reason. I didn't tip. Paid for the pizza and I didn't tip.
Okay.
Well, the delivery person was verbally abusive.
Seriously?
To me,
Ooh.
in my face because I didn't tip.
Okay.
And I felt horrible.
Yeah.
Right. And I had no reason not to tip. I just didn't. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. And I wasn't really probably thinking clearly at the time.
Right.
It's like, because they're living on these tips.
Yeah.
2 and 2 didn't add up.
Right.
But it was so demeaning. And the way that I felt, I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it.
Right.
And it was, I called the store, called the manager, and there was issues, but
Yeah.
it was terrible.
And you've never ordered takeout from them again, have you?
I have not.
Right. Well, see, that one experience.
One experience changed it forever.
And it's definitely a generational thing because all of our kids live off DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Right.
Like all the
But
time.
they pay major fees for that.
Huge.
Before the tip.
Yeah. Yeah. We were coming home. Where were we going? We were coming home from a trip. Where was it? We were coming home from a trip or something like that. But our son was stopping by afterwards, and instead of driving past the Taco Bell coming to our house, he DoorDashed Taco Bell on the way to our house.
But you drove past
We
the
literally
actual
drove
restaurant.
past the actual restaurant because he was just hungry, wanted some tacos.
And could have said, just go through drive-thru.
Right. And instead he DoorDashed it. I was like, you've got to be kidding
What
me.
did you just do?
Like, I don't care that you're getting the food, but it's like, you DoorDash that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a different mindset.
It is different.
Yeah.
So all of this has shifted how people view tipping. Instead of seeing it purely as a bonus for excellent service, many now view it as a way to supplement low wages.
Yep.
This creates frustration, especially when the service does not meet the expectation, and adds to the social anxiety surrounding the decision. Ultimately, the tipping system appears caught in between its original purpose, encouraging good service, and the modern economic and technological pressure that have made it feel almost mandatory, and in my opinion, completely changes its meaning.
Right. Now, weren't you, when you went to Italy,
Yes.
you didn't tip over there, correct?
Did not tip.
And why is that?
On a really rare occasion, we did tip a very little bit of money, but it's not encouraged.
Right.
Because they are there in that position or service.
Right.
And that's their job. They get paid well for it. Tipping is not encouraged. And we did ask. We asked a waiter, actually,
Right.
what is the philosophy on tipping? And you can do it, but it's really just as a gesture of good service and how much you appreciated them.
Okay. Let me ask you an odd question. So when you go, let's just say you're on vacation for 5 days, you're staying at a hotel, you're staying wherever, all inclusive. You've done that before.
Yeah, once.
Do you tip the cleaning staff?
I did.
You did.
I did tip them every single day.
Let's say you're staying 2 or 3 nights for a work conference in a hotel. Do you tip the cleaning staff when they come in and give you towels and freshen up your bed every night?
I think that's no.
Okay. Why?
I didn't because I didn't. It's hard to answer that.
Right. See, where do you draw the line?
All inclusive, we were told ahead of time tipping is expected.
Correct.
On all the services.
Correct.
Where you go to a regular hotel.
Right.
I don't think that's built into the American culture and our psyche here to tip the service staff in a hotel. Unless they carried my bags up for me,
right,
then I would tip them.
Right. Yeah.
That's not weird.
It's not weird. I know. So I was thinking,
is odd.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because that's a service. They're providing a service. You're there for a couple nights. They're providing a service.
Oh, now you're making me rethink this all along. So if I go to a hotel, I might leave a couple dollars for the service.
Yeah. So it's just an odd place to be.
Yeah.
Like, where do you and don't you tip? It's very confusing.
It is.
Yeah. So clearly the tipping culture bothers both of us. We've spent quite a bit of time ranting about it. But tipping is really just one example of a social norm that society has created. There are plenty of other everyday social norms we follow almost automatically, and it's worth taking a closer look at a few of the ones that we subject ourselves to on a daily basis. Okay, so first of all, what is a social norm? So social norms are defined as the unspoken rules that help us to get along with others in a polite and respectful manner. It's important to follow them so that we can maintain a positive social environment for everyone involved. Social norm examples include not spitting indoors.
What?
Gross.
Why can't I do that?
Covering your mouth when you sneeze.
No.
Gross. And shaking hands with everyone you meet.
You should always shake hands with everyone you meet.
I know, you really should, but...
In Europe, you should kiss them on the cheeks.
Right? Yeah. You're also assuming that everybody washes their hands after they use the bathroom when you're shaking their hands.
Of course they do. Just like I believe everything I read.
Yeah, right.
Cultural norms are the custom and traditions that are passed down from one generation to the next. They're connected to the traditions, values, and practices of a particular culture.
Right. And societal norms, on the other hand, reflect the current social standard for appropriate behavior within the society. In modern multicultural societies, there are different groups with different cultural norms, but they must all agree on a common set of social norms for public spaces.
There's also a concept called group norms, which define how smaller groups, like in the workplace or sports teams, how they operate. These might differ from group to group and are highly dependent on the expectations and standards of the group or team themselves.
Got it.
But for now, let's talk about a few more social norms.
Kind of like holding the door open for others.
Do you do that?
I do. Yeah.
I always try to hold it open.
Yeah, if there's somebody right behind me, I'll absolutely hold
always,
it for them.
Yeah. That would be a social norm, I suppose.
Yeah.
About waiting in line politely.
Well, most of us can do that, but there's always that one person who doesn't understand that. Who never went to kindergarten and never learned that on day one.
That's right.
There's always that person.
Everybody get in a line.
Right? Mm-hmm. How about respecting other people's personal space?
Okay, I believe I do that.
Yeah, I think it's been more...
It's hard to know if you're in someone's personal space because it could be bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it's a lot more... I'm at least more conscious about it since COVID.
Okay, sure.
So not that I wasn't...
Understand.
Not that I wasn't before, but I probably purposely give myself even a couple more inches than I used to, just to... I don't need to be this close to you.
We're about 6 feet apart. That's about close enough.
That's enough. Yeah. Plus, in big groups, I hate people.
Oh, come on.
just large groups.
You do sometimes look a little nervous or out of place.
Just don't stop breathing on me.
Stop talking.
Right.
How about waiting to start eating until everyone is served?
Yeah, I struggle with that one.
It's hard, right? Because your food's there, it's getting cold, but you don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. And usually, I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm always the last one to get served.
And that's funny because we were in San Antonio. We were at a table of 13 of us. After our meeting, we all went out to dinner. And I was in the front corner and I got served first. And I grabbed my fork and my knife right away. And my wife's sitting next to me and she kicks me and she's like, hey. I'm like, okay.
Hold back. Wait.
Okay. Yeah, I struggle with that one. Yeah. Don't talk with your mouth full.
Okay, so you learned that when you're a child, but I have a tendency to do it a lot.
I kind of did it on this podcast on the candy one a few episodes ago, the sugar one. So
you did, and I think if you do listen closely, I got to know it at the end.
Yeah, you got to know it right away. You just came more prevalent at the end. Yeah.
How about keep your elbows off the table?
Yeah, I struggle with that one too.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's such a comfortable position to
Right?
be in. And I always feel like if you're trying to listen to somebody, that you engage and get a little closer to them. And my elbows go on the table, so I'm like actively engaging and listening, but it's impolite to put your elbows on the table. And I think that's an old,
Yes, it is.
I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
Etiquette.
Yes, it is.
Old etiquette.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yep. Don't use your phone in a movie theater.
I won't do that.
Yeah. Turn the damn thing off for the 2 hours you're in there.
No, I'm not. I put it on vibrate.
Fine, whatever. Just don't take it out. Because when it's a nice dark scene, you got your bright ass light phone right in your face, replying to a text.
Okay.
Stop.
So do you have to have your phone on the brightest setting it can be? all the time?
No.
Okay, then you are much younger than me.
No. But I'm getting to the point where I really need to. But that's not the point. Like, and again, another reason why I hate people. If I'm going to go to a
down.
movie, I want to watch the damn movie. I don't want to hear you talking, hear you crinkling your candy paper, or looking at your damn phone in the middle of a dark scene in a movie.
Can I slurp my pop?
As long as you don't do it the whole time, yes, you can.
Okay, how about this one?
Yep.
Nodding and smiling and looking at people in their eyes to show that you're listening to them.
I try and do that.
I try. I mean, I think that's a self-esteem issue.
Yeah.
More than it is, it's probably a social norm as well, but more than this, it's more self-esteem on the person.
Yeah.
And I've been working on that to make sure that I am
Right.
engaging.
Right.
And you can engage with your eyes and then listen. But my problem with that is I'm always thinking of how to respond.
Yes.
Otherwise, there's going to be a long pause while like, hold, please. Let me process that.
Yeah. And when I'm thinking, you can clearly tell I'm thinking because my eyes tend to roll up and around as I'm thinking. Like,
That's when I'm talking. When I'm talking, I'm looking at all around. And
yes. Because in my head, I'm grabbing the next message, and I'm doing it right now. As we're sitting here talking, I'm looking at the painting behind you as I'm trying to think of my next thing I'm going to say.
But see, I don't think that is disengaging.
No.
Because I think that you're still engaged because your eyes come back.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting. That's fascinating.
Fascinating, right? Okay. Did you know there are 4 types of norms?
No, what are they?
There are folkways, mores, taboos, and laws.
What?
And I've never heard of mores, so let's get to that one. So first off, folkways, though. So those are unwritten social rules or conventions. While not strictly enforced, they are generally accepted as appropriate or polite behaviors, such as covering your mouth when you sneeze.
So that's a folkway.
Okay?
That's interesting. I don't know how you come up with these words.
I don't know.
So mores are social conventions deeply rooted in morality,
Okay.
making them more significant than simple folkways. Because of this moral weight, violating mores can lead to social sanctions and often result in them being formalized into laws. A clear example of a more is not drinking and driving.
Oh, okay. I get it then. That makes sense. Okay. So taboos are essentially negative norms, actions to be avoided because engaging in them will be perceived as rude. Some examples of a taboo include using a phone during a movie.
I think you just said that.
I think I did too. Or spitting indoors.
That's gross. Now, who would spit indoors?
I
don't know.
don't know.
First of all, where are you spitting it? Hopefully in the sink.
Right. I'm sure it's like in high school kind of a thing. Like just, anyway.
Or the
Gross.
hockaloogie.
I know it's gross.
Remember that?
I do.
Anyway, laws are the more formal and serious types of norms. They are usually enforced by the government and can result in criminal penalties if violated. Example of laws include not stealing from others and not assaulting others.
Or just being generally nice to people.
Right. So that makes sense with laws. I mean, we all get that.
Right.
But the other ones I was kind of surprised by.
Yeah. I never heard of a more, but. So then lastly, let's talk about some of the social dilemmas similar to the tipping issue.
Okay, what are they?
So splitting the bill at group dinners.
Okay, generally I agree with this.
Yeah.
It depends on what you've had, though.
Yeah. And technology, as we were kind of complaining about the little tablet thing, has made it much, much easier.
Right.
So one of the restaurants we were at this week in San Antonio, so the tablet was actually at the table. And we're ready to pay the bill. We're talking to the server. He's like, yeah, just here, use a little tablet thing. And one of the options on the bottom was split the bill.
Sure.
And there were 3 of us, 3 parties at the table at the time. And you could pull up your everything you ordered, just check the ones you are going to pay for.
Oh, so it was a checkbox system.
Checkbox system.
That works out really well.
It was awesome. And then so I hit total, then I paid my part, give it to the next person. They did their selections.
Okay.
That was slick as snot.
But now that brings up an issue too.
Okay.
Okay, so here's this electronic device. Your bill is on it. You do all the work. You
No.
take care of all of this bill.
No. No, it wasn't like that. It gave you the option to split the bill. The first option was just pay your bill.
No, but still, you had the digital device in front of you to pay the bill versus getting the bill from the server,
Right.
having interaction, facial recognition, whatever, and then paying it, them coming back and writing a thank you on their receipt, all those things that you can do. And now you're stuck on digital and you have to do all the work.
Well, they're still manually bringing you the receipt after you pay.
Doesn't it print out from the little
No,
tablet?
no.
Oh,
They actually had to go.
that's where I was going with it.
Yeah, no, they had to go get it from the printer and bring it.
Okay.
So, but I just thought that was really cool as far as split, because let's just split it down the middle. Then you're like, okay, you had 3 sodas and tonics.
It depends. Yeah. Are you getting really picky then at
Right.
that point if you split it down the middle? Well, you had these expensive drinks or you had filet mignon and I had a salad.
Right.
It's like, then I'm going to give you like, no, I want to pay for mine.
Right.
Versus your $100 dinner you just ate.
I had a Diet Coke. You had 3 bourbons on the rocks.
Thank you. I do like bourbon.
I'm not splitting that.
Okay. So the question there is, obviously we talked about do you split it evenly or not, but do you speak up? At what point do you speak up and say, I just want to pay for my own?
I think it depends on who you're with.
I think that has a lot to do.
Yeah, I think if it's a ballpark and we're all about the same area, I don't care to split the damn thing.
Right.
It's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
But
You're
if I literally
ballparking.
watched you get a filet mignon and I had a hamburger, then I'm going to talk.
Sure. I think if I ordered the filet mignon, I would want to pay for it myself because I took that order.
Yes, but I've been out with people
Right. Other people are different.
where that has not happened.
Right.
And that's when I will speak up.
Okay.
They're usually the person that says, hey, let's split it down the middle. Like, wait, raise my hand. Nope.
Wait,
this
guy over here.
I have an issue. Shocker, I have an issue.
All right, next one. Deciding whether to chip in for coworkers' gifts.
Oh, God, aren't those the worst?
What again? It depends. Do I know the coworker? Do I know
Right.
them well? Is it someone who you just start your job and there's a birthday or a wedding and baby shower? So
Yeah.
I've never worked with these people before, but now I feel obligated.
Yeah. You've seen Office Space, the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the best Office movies ever. It's just hilarious. And poor Milton, they're handing out the cake, and they're celebrating somebody's birthday, and they all stand around singing the happy birthday, which nobody sings. And they start cutting the cake, and they're passing out, and Milton gets the first cake, and the person kind of goes, "No, Milton, pass it along." So he keeps passing. At the end, he doesn't get a piece of cake because he passed them all
Passed them all out.
right? Oh, coworkers. How about being asked to donate at the checkout?
So yeah, I get that. And I think it depends really on my mood that day.
I hate that one.
But I've gotten to the point where I feel self-confident enough that no, thank you.
Yeah. I hate
And
that.
they don't care.
I know they don't care. The cashier, they don't care. But
they're just asked to promoot this, whatever event it is.
And the company's just promoting them, whatever they're raising money for, whatever charity they're doing. And do you want to round up to the next blah, blah, blah? And I know people may think I'm a douche, but I'm like, no, I mean, I donate to charities. I donate money. I donate items. I decide when I get to do that, not when I go shopping and you tell me.
Right.
I also avoid the Salvation Army bell ringers like the plague.
I don't.
I do.
I will walk right up to them and give them some
don't.
money.
I don't. Because I don't carry cash anymore.
Well, that's the thing. I try to carry cash now.
Yeah, I don't.
And especially at the holiday season, I try to carry cash because I'm going to give at the Salvation Army.
Sure.
I don't want to walk by them.
Yeah, I do. I'm okay with that. Part of it though, because I'm scarred. Because back in the day when I worked at Target stores, we used to, as the manager on duty, I would get complaints all the time. Like the bell ringer was just being inappropriate or trying to stop people or force somebody to donate.
Yeah.
Then they would come to the manager and ask me to deal with it. I'm like, okay, they're just volunteers. Like I can only, it's only so much I can do.
Right.
So I think I'm a little scarred because of how bad.
Do you buy Girl Scout cookies then, or do you buy
Oh yeah. How can you not? They're
Cub
awesome.
Scout popcorn or something like that?
I don't do the popcorn. We bought the popcorn once. It's not that good.
Oh, come on.
It's not.
Well, it's not, but you're supporting it.
I know. But the Girl Scout cookies, because they're awesome.
Yes, they are.
Yes. And we do buy the Boy Scout wreaths. We have bought those before.
I have 2,
Yeah.
and now because my kids used to sell this stuff all the time and go to door. So when my neighbor boys come over to buy something, I'm like, yep, I don't care what you're selling.
I do too. I mean,
I'll buy it.
Yeah, there's some, if the neighbor kids come, I'll usually buy something. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I do that.
You want to be the nice guy.
Yeah.
How about RSVP pressure for events?
Like, what do you mean?
Well, let's say there's a social event coming up. Do you feel like you have to RSVP to it, or can you ignore it? Does it fall into
That one sucks. I think it depends on what the event is.
I think totally depends on that. to me.
Who you're RSVPing to,
Yeah.
what you're RSVPing for. Would you notice if I'm there or not?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. How about saying yes to helping someone move?
Okay. So I have a problem with that
Okay.
because I will say yes.
Yeah.
Because I think and I feel like then in return they're going to help me sometime when I need them.
Right.
And so I'll always say yes. Sorry, anyone listening.
Right.
knocks on my door.
Good to know.
Damn it.
Yeah. I usually will too if it's not like an all day project. Just, hey, can I
Right.
help me with your truck and just move something? Yeah, fine, not a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
kind of thing.
How about giving money to street performers and panhandlers?
Okay, street performers, yes. Panhandlers, no.
I wish I would know their story because it would pull at my heartstrings and I'd want to help them out. But if you're just standing on a corner and I don't know, I mean, you might be going through hard times.
Yeah,
Or you might be making a great living at it.
You're right. So
We don't know anymore.
Yeah. So I have 2 examples on the panhandler thing, which is why I don't donate to panhandlers.
Okay.
One, there was a news story a few years ago about this woman who stands in the corner in downtown Minneapolis with her kid. And for basically 2 months in the summer, they have the sign, please donate. We need money to help, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Right. They take that money and take a Disney vacation.
Because they have enough money at home.
She was proud of it and admitted it. Like on the news, like, yeah, we do this every year, done like the last 5 years.
How can you as a person do that?
Right. And it doesn't say, their sign didn't say they're homeless or they said, hey, help us out, give us some money.
Right.
That's all it was. And so that scarred me. Second one is I'm kind of close to where I work. On the way home one summer, there's this woman on the same corner every day. And people would stop and give her stuff, and they give her like a bottle of water, and she would just throw it in the curb. And next day I drive by, there's that bottle of water sitting there, just in the gutter, in the middle of the street. And then one day I watched her leave because I was at the stoplight.
Yeah,
I watched her walk, and she went over to the parking garage and got into her Audi.
Really?
Yep.
No way.
I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. So those 2 examples, I'm like, nope, panhandlers, nope. There's plenty of resources out there to help people.
Right.
Those I will not do. So I'm scarred.
Yeah, you are.
How about, we talked about this, the buying from kids selling things.
And I will usually
I do
buy
too.
that.
I do too.
How about like the lemonade stand? Did you ever stop?
So when I was out personally doing yards, doing lawns, I would stop all the time.
Yeah.
But now that no, not anymore.
Usually we drive by, but there's an occasion that they're on the corner and there's just cute little kids there trying to, make a buck,
Right.
and we'll stop and buy it. And it's just cute.
It's cute. But the problem now is it's not 25 cents or 50 cents or $1. Now it's like $5.
No, I'm not buying it for $5.
But that's true. How about deciding whether to leave a review?
Okay, so personal experience, you try to get me to leave a review all the time on Spring Green. And I have.
Yes, you have.
But
which I appreciate. Thank you.
I don't always want to leave a review. And in me, as at my age, it's just 'cause I don't necessarily know how.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's harder for me to leave a review because I'm like, okay, what if I click on that? Where
do I go? What do I do?
What do I do next?
Yeah. Here's the problem
and that's my own issue.
Yeah. In our technological society, Google reviews drive rankings on websites and on search sites. So it's so important. Like if you have a good experience with a business, you need to rate them high. As a business owner, I prefer you don't rate us low. If you have a problem, please call, see if we can resolve it first. That one drives me nuts. When somebody
giving you like a 2-star.
Yes, yeah. like somebody has a complaint and they just go right to social media and say, this sucked, blah, blah, blah. Can you talk to us first? Because maybe we could fix it and make it better for you.
Right.
But some people's reactions are just go review them first, give them a negative review. Well,
and that's the interaction part that people are afraid of.
Yeah.
They don't want to go and say something bad because that's intimidating.
Yeah, keyboard parties or keyboard warriors. I mean, yeah,
right. How about attending friends' multi-level marketing parties?
God, no. If I know that's what they're doing, nope.
What if you didn't know and you get
then you're kind of SOL. Then you just choose to buy the cheapest thing you could find. Go out with it.
I think then you're holding a grudge, aren't you?
Yeah, right. What about wedding gift value stress?
Oh, that's big.
That's tough.
I think that's big.
I do too.
Because we go to a fair amount of weddings.
Yeah.
And now different from when we were younger and probably couldn't afford it as much, but we believe that we should give a very nice gift.
Yeah.
And it has to be, something of value.
Yeah.
And so it's hard if you don't buy that gift early on in thinking about it ahead of time.
Right.
Because then you're left with what do they have on their registry?
Right.
Not very much.
But thank God for the registries to make it simple.
Right. That helps out a lot.
You're right. You got to be quick. You wait till the end. You're kind of left the leftovers. And it's either really expensive or really stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we don't just always like to want to give money. It's like which is what they probably need the most.
Yeah.
But we always want to give a valued gift.
Right. Yeah.
And so the stress is finding something that is a good value. And then we keep, sadly, I don't want to say this too loud, we keep mental notes a little bit.
Yeah.
So the last 3 weddings we gave that dollar amount, we need to match that again.
Right. I think this goes The same holds true for graduation gifts.
Yeah.
Because my daughters have graduated from high school.
Yes.
And my coworker, Ryan, who's listening to this podcast right now, was very generous in his gifts.
Okay.
His kids have yet to graduate.
So now do you...
His first one graduates this year.
So do you kind of remember that and think you need to reciprocate?
Absolutely. Okay. And I absolutely will.
So we started a thing with graduation gifts long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
We would give the amount of money the year they graduate.
Yeah, I know that's the thing.
If they would graduate 2020, they got $20.
Right.
2001, they got $20.01.
Right.
You know, so we just kept going up with the year, and that's what they got.
Mm-hmm. But now with inflation, $20 isn't enough.
Well, I'm sorry.
Based on my daughter's graduation a couple years ago, $20. It's the same thing with the tipping thing.
Yeah.
$20 is not enough anymore.
Well,
I know, right? I know, like, how do you know?
You don't.
Yeah. What, housewarming and holiday gift exchanges?
I don't. Do we still do housewarming?
I don't do housewarmings. No.
And a holiday gift exchange, like at work or something?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, for me, the holiday gift exchanges...
Or family.
Family and very close friends will do an exchange with you guys.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's about it. I mean, we really don't do much. You know?
Yeah, we don't really do a lot either.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like holiday gifts, then we're very specific on making sure the same dollar amounts shared.
Yeah.
How about giving family or friends a ride to the airport?
So used to do this a lot, and we'd also ask a lot because we travel a little bit more. Now we're at the point where we just park at the airport.
Well, I would, for myself personally, I want to park at the airport only because of easy in, easy out.
And there's so much inconsistency with flights that there's so many that aren't on time anymore that I feel bad. So, oh, sorry, our flight's late an hour. Or just, I just again, social obligation. I feel guilty.
Right.
Making them wait. But it's not our fault.
But I know that, if someone asks me, absolutely.
Yeah.
I will change my schedule around to help you.
Yeah, if I can, I will. Yeah, if I can, I will, absolutely will. Yeah.
How about returning the shopping carts?
Okay, we talked about this on an episode a long time ago, and I had a big old rant about this one. Return the damn cart.
Some people judge, I don't know.
I would be the judger. You would be the some people don't care category.
No, if I'm taking the cart out to my vehicle,
Well, yes.
I will always put it in a cart.
In the car corral. Yes, I get that.
Always.
The one that drives me nuts is when people are in the store and they just leave the cart right at the end of the checkout lane. When you're walking past the cart corral in the store.
No, okay. So in the store, I'll not leave it at the end of the checkout, but the two doorways between the end of the and outside, I'll leave it in there.
Yes, that's fine.
All the time.
No, wait. In the vestibule?
Yes.
Oh, that's you are a douche. That is a horrible. Because guess what? Then 5 other people do it. Now you can't walk out the damn door because there's so many carts in there.
We put them in a line.
It's 5 feet. Walk to the damn cart corral. Or at that point, just bring the cart outside and put it in the outside cart corral.
I can do that. I'm probably not going to.
we need to move on. I'm getting all hopped up again.
How about borrowing or lending money to family or friends?
Oh, that one is the worst. I mean, that's hard.
It's really hard. I mean, I won't ask for that.
Yeah.
If someone asks me, I'm in a major dilemma.
Yeah.
So hopefully we all feel the same emotional pressure and the unclear boundaries about that we don't do it.
We just don't do it.
Yeah. The fear of awkwardness.
I think especially if you're doing to friends or family, like you would just, if you're going to give them any sort of money, you would just need to set the expectation up front. You're never going to see it again.
That's not true.
No, I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just saying in your mind, you need to say that I'm basically giving you this. If you pay me back, awesome. If not, then I'm not going to lose my mind over it.
You're gifting the money in your mind.
And yes.
Yeah.
If I get it back, that's awesome.
I mean, many, many years ago, we borrowed money from family, but then we made a payment plan and made sure it got paid back.
Yeah. Well, see, you do the right thing.
We try.
Yeah. So in the end, the tipping dilemma is something deeper than money. It's the discomfort of unclear and constantly changing expectations, the pressure of being watched, and the fear of being seen as cheap, rude, or ungrateful.
Yeah.
As businesses increasingly shift responsibility onto customers, tipping starts to feel less like a choice and more like a test we didn't sign up for.
When social norms evolve faster than we can keep up with, there is no clear right, quote unquote, right answer, only the anxiety of trying to meet expectations that are never fully explained, right? Mm-hmm. And that uncertainty is what makes the tipping dilemma feel so familiar, frustrating, and hard to escape.
And we're not getting away from it anytime soon.
No, I don't think so.
Nope. Hey, everyone, as always, I appreciate it when you follow us on the socials at One More Thing Pod on Facebook and Instagram for highlights and news of our upcoming shows. And please tell all your friends.
And if you have any show ideas for us or just want to give us some great feedback, send us an email at onemorethinkpod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you.
I love to get emails.
Do you get a lot of emails, Rob?
I love getting emails.
Send us emails.
Plus, we also have some merchandise, t-shirts and caps. If you're interested, they are very stylish. Shoot us an email.
Yep. Oh, and one more thing. Tipping was never meant to be stressful. What started as a simple way to show appreciation has turned into a moment of pressure, judgment, and confusion. Until expectations change and responsibility shifts away from the consumer alone, tipping will continue to feel less like gratitude and more like an obligation. One that says as much about the social norms as it does about the service itself.
Hey, you made it all the way through that in one take.
I'm amazing.
You are amazing. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, so I wonder how listeners can tip us on this podcast.
Send us an email.